Alright, what's up y'all, LakerFan here. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, I'm here to show you the life as a pure slasher with no posterizer in NBA 2K22 Next Gen. What you're going to see in today's video is my 6'7" pure slash with 25 3-pointer, 92 driving dunk, and no posterizer equipped at all. So here's a look at the badges that I'm running throughout both of these gameplays that I'm going to show you guys. As you can see, no posterizer equipped at all. I have the ability to unlock it on gold right now because once again, I have 92 driving dunk on this build currently. It does eventually get 99 though. But as you can see, I mean, we're literally not running posterizer on a pure slasher build. It has 1 out of 0 shooting badges. Mind you, it doesn't go on anything to do with shooting the ball. Again, 25 3-pointer. And in today's video, I'm showing strictly offense. I'm cutting all defense out of the video. I'm not showcasing anything to do with that. We're here to just show me on my pure slasher build trying to dunk the ball every single play. Obviously, like I said, I can't shoot mid-range, I can't shoot 3-pointers. I'm trying to come out here and dunk every play. Now, whether my opponent knows that I can't shoot or not is not my problem. If they want to play me high and I have the ability to go for a quick drop and not have to time a contact dunk or anything like that, not my problem. But you're going to see in these situations right here, hit him with a triple threat, and as you can see, the dunk meter size is still extremely large when it comes to how well I can still dunk the ball even without the posterizer equipped. Mind you, again, it's only 92 driving dunk. Again, right here on the second one. I mean, it looks like the same thing because I did the exact same move, but you can see the meter size is still really good. Now, I will showcase later in this video how it does influence, I feel like, the amount of dunk attempts that you get. So essentially, I don't think posterizer helps your meter size get any larger or anything like that. I don't think it helps you in terms of the ease of making the dunk. I think it just gets you more of them or prevents you from getting kicked out of animations where you will just pretty much have your dunk meter disappear. Now, for the people who use the X button or don't time the dunk meter just in general, you probably do really need this badge when you try and contact dunk people. If you're gonna come out here and hold X in a lot of these situations, like for instance, if you hold X on this right here, or maybe hold up on your stick, you absolutely need posterizer on a high level. I think at the end of the day, posterizer isn't exactly necessary for the people who come out here and use the dunk meter. The dunk meter 100% gets you into dunk animations every single time you want it to. Now, even if you use the dunk meter, I still think posterizer is very important for you to use. You're going to see on this next possession right here, I actually get kicked out of the dunk attempt animation. I think having at least gold or, like I said, the Hall of Fame posterizer would keep me in this dunk or at least have it pop up. Now, right here, you can see it was a pretty bad take. We'll kind of just replay this one. I don't want to be rewinding too much in this video, but you're going to see this was a really bad take. Like right here, I think I have the separation on him to be able to go for that dunk, but he ends up bodying me up right there. And again, I still think having Hall of Fame posterizer would at least put me in the dunk animation. The meter may be extremely small because of how bad of a take it is, but it still would have put me into one. Posterizer not being on, in my opinion, probably creates this problem where I don't get put into that. Now, I mean, as we get the ball back right here, you're going to see he plays me a little bit too high. I'm sizing him up for this behind the back right here. You really don't need to just go for a contact dunk every single time as a pure slasher. So that's why in this video, I want to talk a little bit about how posterizer is not exactly super important. You'll see at the end of the video as well, how I kind of showcase how this build I made with good close shot and post control. So I don't even have to sit here and do the contact dunks every single time. I can take people down in the paint and do the mashing. You can see right there, even on the double lock take, we hit him with the green contact dunk. It's crazy, man. This really is really insane to see with just literally no posterizer at all. So he ends up getting a reach-in foul right here. We get the ball back. Once again, I'm literally going to hit him with the triple threat. We're going to contact dunk on the double lock take. Boom, just like that. Again, the meter size, amazingly still really big. And I know this is a big pause moment for every single time I've said that so far in this video. Right here, I hit a spin. Unfortunately, it caused me for the travel. Then I sit here and wonder why I even just did that when I'm trying to showcase posterizer anyway. So honestly, just a couple bad possessions that you will see in this video. But again, in both these gameplays, I really want to stress the point of I think you can definitely get away with being a pure slasher and not having posterizer on. Again, still super sloppy gameplay right here, but I'm not cutting anything out of the video. I'm just here to showcase to you guys every offensive possession, every time I lost the ball, every time I missed a shot, because I don't want you looking at the box score and being like, well, Laker, what'd you cut out? What did you not want us to see? Or anything like that. So now as I get the ball back on this possession, I want to show you how important posterizer really is. These next two possessions are really going to talk about it. So in this one right here, you're going to see I go for the dunk and boom, I get taken out of it. Now I still make the layup on some BS. I don't think you should really get rewarded for stuff like this. I mean, at the end of the day, I released it at a really good time. It ended up canceling me out of it as soon as I was going to let go of it. And as you can see, just literally took me out of the dunk animation. I still make the layup. I still get a layup at that even. I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, like I said, I tried to time it correctly, but you have to expect that if you don't run posterizer, you won't get stuff like that. Now, right here, you can see he misses the shot. I ended up reaching in on him and it made his player like fall over. So then I get a crazy contact dunk. This one right here is once again what I wanted to talk about, how I get kicked out of it. That was pretty crazy though. It was just in transition, super smooth, really crazy. But this one right here, I go for the dunk. I once again let go of it at kind of the right time, and my dude almost like literally continues it all the way through, but he lets go of the ball at the very last minute. Again, it's probably just the defender going for a block at the right time. His block rating is kind of through the roof right now with double lock take. It doesn't boost block like particularly that much, but it still gives it a pretty good boost, and having it double definitely also plays a pretty big factor in it. Right here, you're gonna see we are once again coming out with the triple threat. I go for the contact dunk. This is technically a contact dunk. You're gonna see he latches onto my back right here. And to talk about posterizer, you would think, well, maybe it helps you make lates, earlies, or things that you don't get like right in the middle on the meter, because you've seen a lot of these takes that I've had in this game that a lot of them have been either green or really right on the money when it comes to the slightly late or slightly early. This one right here was somehow still slightly late. This looks like a late to me, to be honest with you. I mean, it's right outside. It's like all the way filled. I mean, I don't know what gets more late than that, to be honest with you, but at the end of the day, it's not like posterizer forces that to be a thing that's worth running for. So what really is posterizer good for? We're here to talk about that in today's video, and as far as it goes, personally, I feel like it gets you into more dunk animations that you maybe wouldn't have got before and stops you from getting kicked out of them. So what does it really do? For the people who use the dunk meter, it just pretty much prevents you from a lot of BS happening. Now, for the people who use your X button or up on the right stick, left or right on the right stick, honestly, you probably do need it at a really high level to be depending on it to be able to get you contact dunks. I mean, at the end of the day, you're kind of relying on the CPU to like do things for you when it comes to that, so it is what it is. You kind of need to depend on a badge, really, but either way. Now, this is where I want to talk about this, bro. This is the easiest thing in the world. Like, I'm 6'7", I got 75 close shot, 60 post control. I do this. It's so much easier than dunking the ball. This is where we'll talk about this in another video tomorrow or the day after or something like that, where we're talking about the problem with interior defense. But this right here is like 10 times easier to do than to just come out here and try and time my dunk meter every single time. Now, you're going to see for the box score, I didn't want to like cut anything out. So as you can see, we missed 3 shots. One was that little forced pickup that he blocked me on, and then I got kicked out of a dunk as well. And then I think I missed another close shot or something like that. I don't remember. All I know is that I didn't miss any driving dunks except for the ones that I got kicked out of in terms of the animation. And then I made that one BS layup too. That probably should have been a miss regardless. But again, it's not like it makes the meter size harder to time or anything like that. It's not like it helps me make lates and earlies more or anything. So what does posterizer really do besides help me not get kicked out of animations? Alright, so in this second gameplay, you're going to see this opponent right here in particular guards me super high. And this is where I want to talk about gold posterizer or Hall of Fame. Do I even need it? In some games, they just do me like this, to be honest with you. Some people think I can just shoot the ball. They guard me super tight the entire game, and they're just so focused on not giving up threes. Because once again, this is what this whole court is based off of. You're trying to literally outscore your opponent. Some people just come out here and get 3-pointers every single possession, or because they can shoot, they look like me out here. They just literally run past the person because they have to play them high, and then they just get their free 2-pointer. It is what it is. So some people just don't like giving up threes off this stuff. First possession, you can see I go right past him. Second one, he actually does kind of play me pretty well, so I have to actually just go for this contact dunk. Boom, green, just like that. Once again, the interior defense is not that high. We've talked about all this stuff. Obviously, I'm not coming out here just dunking on like 7'3", 7-footers or anything like that. But once again, nobody comes to this court with an inside build, or for that matter, a build that can't dribble. Nobody does that besides me. I don't know what it is, but I'm not gonna take it too much to heart. Anyway, again, we're just going to kind of quickly graze through all this stuff because, again, this guy plays me super tight. He ends up not getting that bump steal. I think that's complete BS. I think people should be rewarded for that, even if they don't tap their X button, but that's aside the point. Again, he's playing me super high off my block. I just go right past him to the left. Boom, quick drops. No dunk meter needed or anything like that. I mean, literally, it's so simple like this. Now, you're going to see, I don't have a problem with it either, because when I have almost double takeover, I'm just going to come out here and literally do this every single time that you do that. Now that I pop double takeover, I'm going to get a little bit risky here. I just wanted to be kind of flashy with it, and I end up completely very earlying a dunk right there with the dunk meter, and I sell my bag. Now, again, honestly, throughout the whole course of this video so far, you have seen there's not been a single time that I even need posterizer anyway. And again, it's because some people really do play me like this, bro. They come out here, play me tight, and I just get quick drops all day. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. And we already showcased earlier that I was still dunking on these smaller guards anyway. Plus, honestly, I made this build with the close shot and the post control just because I can dominate these small guards regardless, even with like 75 close shot and 60 post control. It gets the job done like 10 times out of 10 on people who don't have block or interior D upgraded, and not many people do when it comes to this court right here. All right, so off the inbound, he's still playing me extremely tight on this possession right here, but either way, once again, I'm just gonna get kind of past him. I go for this dunk meter right here because angles like this, I'll just kind of explain this. angles like this, I'm not getting quick drops. He's parallel with me by the time that I'm literally gonna like think about starting the dunk meter anyway. So you 100% have to use the dunk meter to be able to get a finish right here. Even if you use the right hand, I don't think that's reliable enough. If you ask me, I've just been very like molded in my mind to be doing stuff like this. But again, gold posterizer, it doesn't matter. Like this stuff will get me a dunk literally every single time that I go for that. And the only thing that's going to prevent me from that is a taller defender. Right here, you can see once again, triple threat, boom, hammer on his head, simple. Now this one right here is pretty interesting, so we're going to break this one down. So you're going to see I go for the dunk meter, it disappears entirely as the guy jumped. Now his jump was really garbage. It didn't really obstruct my dunk in any way possible as far as like visibly it would go, but he did jump right here, believe it or not. Like he literally lunged forward like this as if he was contesting a jump shot with his hands. Maybe he did use hands up right here, but you can see he does jump off the ground a little bit. But anyway, again, this right here takes me out of the dunk animation. This is what posterizer is for. It's literally the only function, if you ask me after studying this and kind of testing it, to be honest, is that it would stop me from getting canceled out of animations like this or going up super weak. So think of posterizer as this. Think of it as the go up strong badge. You want to be able to finish in really contested areas, and if you're using the dunk meter, yes, it will still come down to your skill of timing the dunk, but at least it won't get you taken out of them as much. I mean, that's what it really comes down to if you ask me. All the badge looks like it really does for me is that. And I know I don't really have to repeat myself. I'm sure a lot of people have heard what I've said, but I'm just going to anyway. So literally, when it comes to me making the lates or the meter size, we'll talk about the meter size first and foremost. The meter size doesn't change at all. Now, this right here is literally as late as it can be, if you ask me, like without being very late, and it still goes in. So once again, if we're talking finishing on smaller defenders that don't have good interior defense or block rating, literally it doesn't really impact anything in terms of the meter size, the ability to make lates and earlies. Once again, don't really get kicked out of them too often. It does happen every so often, but it's not really that important. And honestly, I think posterizer is a little bit overrated when it comes to finishing. I'm gonna keep on testing this. I will use it on taller defenders and see how it goes, but once again, that doesn't happen very often. I don't know what 2K y'all play. Like when I talk about my videos and stuff like that of what I play in the 2s, the 3s, like when I come out here and play Park, bro, I do not see a lot of tall bigs. And for that matter, if I do see a tall big and I'm on a slasher or something that I'm going to be timing dunks on, all I have to do to avoid it is set screens and force that big man onto my guard. Simple as that. PG goes crazy on the ISO on the super tall big. That's a problem for me to finish on. So it's literally as simple as this. If they're too small, I go and dunk. If they're too big, I set screen, force the big man who is too big for me to dunk on to guard my PG. It's literally as simple as that. But again, you can see box score right here, no turnovers, only missed 2 shots. I mean, literally, you would think that posterizer is the S tier must-have finishing badge when it comes to this stuff, but this definitely changes my perspective on it and my point of view. Now, am I still gonna run it? Absolutely. I mean, it makes no sense not to on a pure slasher. But if you are someone who doesn't exactly contact dunk people and you're wondering what this is really gonna do for you in terms of finishing contested, I don't know, to be honest with you. I guess, to be fair, not everybody comes out here and expects to dunk the way that I do. A lot of you guys probably just hold your X button or hold up on the right stick to be kind of conservative with it. But I will say, if you want to finish in contested areas, all you have to do is use your dunk meter, just in general. Whether that be for quick drops or for whatever the case may be, it's going to help you get the animation to pop off way more often than just going up super weak, like with the up on the right stick or with the hand or with the X button would. But anyway, as you can see, we are just going to go ahead and showcase this with no cut or anything like that. I don't have posterizer equipped. We just literally have things like Grace Under Pressure and Fast Twitch on and Mouse in the House and all types of stuff like that to literally dominate these small guards if I end up down low with them and I need a bucket or something like that. Now here's what I also think too. Slithery Finisher is an absolutely important finishing badge. Like this honestly might be more important than posterizer. What I might do in a future video is literally unequip all finishing badges and just come out here with 99 driving dunk and see what I can do with it, because you can do that in 2K now. You can just unequip them and just not have them on anything. So no Fast Twitch, no Grace Under Pressure. Obviously that only impacts, like I said, like standing layups and stuff like that, but we could take off Mouse of the House, Fearless Finisher, Limitless Takeoff, Slithery Finisher, Posterizer included as well, and just not have that, and see how this goes in terms of me being able to still contact dunk people. But anyway, again, just wanted to showcase to you guys what the badges were that I had equipped, the build that we're using. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. But honestly, the whole purpose of this video is to talk about how I think Posterizer might be a little bit overrated. Now, overrated can still mean good. What I'm pretty much getting at is that once upon a time, I believed that Posterizer was 100% the most undisputed S tier finishing badge in the game. It was the best 100%. After this and kind of testing it myself, I don't really know, to be honest with you. It seems a little bit like more so that Slithery Finisher and Limitless Takeoff and Posterizer are all kind of tied as far as like being that top dog when it comes to finishing. But Do I think it's useless? No, not at all. I mean, it still would 100% let me continue those animations that I got kicked out of in this video and allow me to continue through with that, but it only cost me what, like a total of 6 points in 2 games or something like that, which can be big as well, don't be wrong, but that's really all it does if you ask me. So anyway, that's all for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. And like always, try to 1,000 likes. Once again, I will try doing it with no finishing badges and come out here on a build that has 99 driving dunk, but that'll be for another day. And in the next finishing video, I want to talk about stuff like this, where when I come out here in ISO and I get locked up for whatever reason may be, and I will say bumps are really, really good in this game now. Like, I am getting bumped on my drives pretty often, but I want to talk about stuff like this in the next video that I talk about finishing, how this right here is like 10 times easier to do than anything when it comes to dunking with the meter. Like, the close shot dead zone is so brain dead, it's really pitiful in this game if you ask me. I can come out here on the 6'7" build against 7'2" people, and as long as they jump at the wrong time, it's free. Like, as long as they don't block me and I'm in the dead zone, it literally can't be impacted when it comes to the shot. It's really sad. Fast twitch being on, even with only having 75 close shot and being so small, it doesn't matter. So again, next video, we'll talk about the difficulty of this versus going for driving dunks and contact dunks and stuff like that. But anyway, that's all video. Hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, if you made it to the end of the vid, put dunk in the comments to show support made all the way through. But other than that, hope you all enjoyed. Take it easy, man. Peace.